Well, hello there, welcome back. It is I, Wizilux, and here we are to play once again the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yeah, something like that. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So we're still on this first trial again, and this time, well, we thought that maybe the gun was inside the handbag. Or maybe the poison will solve all this case. But unfortunately, well, we lost some evidence. But now, maybe with this coin under the snake, I don't know, we can find another way to corner her. To corner Giselle Bretz, I think. Okay, but now let's talk about the honor of this coin. Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. And also presents people. The honor of the coin was found underneath the beefsteak is... The old man, obviously, can only be the antiques dealer and owner of Rasute, Ryunosuke-san. As in Mr. Cucumber something. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Oh yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, right? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his common coin when it happened. Exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? What were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoi era Coben, my prize coin. This Hoi era Coben, do you mean to tell me? Please, why will Korakuta-san's Coben be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plates? It makes no sense. Indeed. And that's the problem. Which is why I'm asking to bring Korakuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. I can't believe we come around to that pair again. I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this Coben, we'll find that it's key elements in the case. Hey, is it bigger than what I thought it would be? What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? You realize that it's still time for a little baby Ido. When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police, we're like miserable dogs forced to bear false witness. Calm down. Please. Yeah, can you put it back? Yeah. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I become a ruined man in a trice. A worthless antique dealer. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korakuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever... Yes, that's it. It's the one, the the very exact one that it is. The resplendent, splendiferous Hoi treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. Can't be. As I thought. 4 feet, young man, unenlightened, deceived, or decrepit, old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, well, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwich between the beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat juices. Soaking sandwich? Really? Clearly it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing? Too long. Excuse me, did I say something? Of course. Proceed, Inspector Sunaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. That's right, a secret undercover operation. La Carnival is high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts, targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes, indeed. We want to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. That's why you were sent in undercover. Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this common incident is the work of the same thief. Unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief work in the restaurants on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korakute-san's Koban is all too clear. I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on the matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korakute-san's Koban and hid it under the steak? Either it's the victim or Giselle Bretz. Who could it have been? I'm thinking, if it's actually the professor, then when did this happen? Because when you think about it, there's a problem with those two stakes. Who is whose? Which one is for who? Meaning that I want to say that it should have been stake of who again? Of the professor, right? No. Of Giselle. It's Giselle's stake because it has been eaten. It seems like a likely candidate for a Koban thief. Oh, come on, Ryunosuke. Shock me, Kazuma. That as much as you shocked me. One could have approached the table and noticed. Even if you're a crazy fool, you couldn't have missed that. I'm not sure you should be calling Korakute-san a crazy fool. It's you I was calling the crazy fool. Oh. I believe I can have heard you correctly, Counsel. Well, I guess it is the professor then. No. Okay, Huh. Huh. Huh? What? Will be damned to be himself, so. Ryunosuke or Ryunosuke? Huh? Ryunosuke? No. Oh no! Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Ryunosuke. How dare you? You monster. Monster? I stole that cup and did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadets? It wasn't me. What I do? I is the mastermind behind all this, huh? You will push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby. It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Noza. Why? Why him? It's the moments. Clippity clippity clop. Clippity clippity clop. Ouch. The Imperial Army Sergeant, Ryunosuke, be willing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Do any of you know the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? Instead, that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing things at the restaurants. Place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do reconnaissance for targets. I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. So it's him who ate the steak. The target that day was the old man Hennis Robin. Yes, sir. It was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pockets without any trouble at all. A veritable phantom thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring it when it happened. And the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I did too. So I hid this incriminating evidence as fast as I could on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prowling in your own life. Time? Oh, Miss Bratz. The lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. Oh, praise the sun. May this esteemed gentleman please be excused, Your Excellency? Indeed. The theft of the coffin was clearly perpetrated by this baby saddle sergeant, but suddenly appeared to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lamp of meat. A sheer nonsense of such an idea that astounds me. Nonsense is it. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. Very well, now that all questions concerning the witness's testimony have been answered, there's enough other justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. It's just something about Miss Brett's parting words. It got me thinking. Not quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. Felt like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, may your voice heard. You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over. Wait, Miss Brett? Again? What is it now? I'm afraid just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction? What new student nonsense is this? What parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yes, I'm right. What she says there exposes an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, Counsel. Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory. Where is the evidence to prove it? Is that right? A photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. Well, clearly, Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Oh, those bite marks, that's why. It's extremely obvious I'm talking about the shape of the edges, where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She was a fine English gentlewoman herself. And take a good look at the steak, in particular the age where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Ooh, he's so smart! It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all. But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenous. Whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course. This will be all over. In the blink of an eye. Rest assured I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Just leave everything to me. I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacle, samurai relic. Of course, dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. It realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the stake have for her. Do you know where you're going with this? Me? No. Ryunosuke? Maybe. Now, unless it's all come together. Mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the blood stain, I know, I saw somehow seemed to have disappeared. Most importantly, evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tell us? Everything, Your Excellency. It's a belief that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in the case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence. How many times have I heard that today? You wanna know the meaning of the phrase typical Japanese empty threats? How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you had such conclusive evidence, we'll have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist. Trial has run several hours already. You say there's evidence yet to be brought forward. So it's been already many hours. They can't be. I don't believe you have it. It's so long. I know, but there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, we'll solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I feel this will be my last request of defense in this trial. We'll possess the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair. That's true, right? The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. I have it? Yes. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? It's ridiculous. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the stake with the teeth marks. Yes? Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Noza told the court the following. I enjoyed chopping my way through a good steak, and as well as admitting to stealing Korikuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak. Watch it, Cadet. I'm Superior Officer. Sergeant Noza, could you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put the coin under, in fact, your own stake? Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. Not brave enough to ask her for angelity. You should mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the stake that the detectives submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Noza's meal. That makes no sense. The plate was taken from the victim's table. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. Even just such a thing would be the affront to the entire British Empire. So, she? Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly. Well, you're not going to suggest she switched the two steaks? Well, thank you. Because that's exactly what I wanted to say. You left me no walls, actually. You did switch the plates? Well, after it happened, When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin underneath it. Then when the waiter announced he wasn't an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. Decided to investigate my slab of meat and be and be getting my marching orders. But when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Oh, so it's him who did it, not Giselle. With military precision and timing, I switched my stake with the one on the foreign lady's table. You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. What's called Operation Lightning Bolts. Was no time for strategic planning. Was do or die, I tell you. But yes, I did what had to be done. What's impressive is that he's telling everything. You're not Prosecutor San. I swear on the brass buttons on my uniform. That is all I did, sir. There's plenty, Sergeant. Well now, what do we need? What we need is now Sergeant Nose's actual plate now. Oh. The one that it's supposed to be. Means that he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on, back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Sonaga, you have it. Earlier in this trial told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. And to preserve evidence, she had taken both. That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. So there's only 2 steak. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment that he was shot. Can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. I couldn't have the slightest bearing on the case. Okay, I will not do it again. Or maybe when I forget that I did this. Oh, you're not wringing your way out of this, lady. I beg your pardon. Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak ban premises proved such a problem for you now? The ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see the plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Things he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Pratt. Let us not prolong this any further, Inspector. We will show the evidence in the courts. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir. That's way better. Sorry for keeping you. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? There's 4 diagonals. I talked about it last time. That is all a difference. Here is the other steak in its plate. Please feel free to examine it. Blood stain. It's clearly invisible, look. It's pretty obvious now. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Ryunosuke to have shot the victim. Can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. Why did the body move? I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right, Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. He's going to. Oh, done by Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. No, no, no. They always break. What the hell? There's some chicks coming from a hat. Looks like a swan. What the hell is that? Oh, so cute. Even you, you're so cute. Every one of them are so cute. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Briefly. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentleman, forgive me. Well, what are they? Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using Kurare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. You planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. But we still don't know the mobile. Why? Because Kurare is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of this water, and we'll all be over. We'll place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone. And leave immediately, however. Before any of that happened, it was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. It will be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. Made sure he was sitting in his chair, just such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. I planned to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. Decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the ball of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. I was right, there were two guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure they will notice it. And everything went according to the plan. Noticed the gun, as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun, even though at that point he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruto-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that joins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor in his chair around. Because of course, I needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked the gun. Okay, they explain why the stake is here, why the chair is on the other side. But we still don't know why. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Excellency, I wonder, might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. Oh, you can forgive me, the other sound. Something feels not right. It will seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. Akitsushi Aochi does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. You better start getting used to tough position. Ryunosuke Naruto. Yes? This insult to the Aochi family name will never be forgotten. You become conceited with age, Kanso. Let me look at something quickly. What is the name of the main character in Ace Attorney, the main series? The full name. No. Ace Attorney characters. Naruto Ryuichi. That's right. It is Naruto. So they are from the same family. We become considered well, or something like that. Until but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. Maud's H. Wolf, also named as the other name. Hear about this? Reiji Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi. Let me look at something quickly. I'm sorry about this, but Asogi, not the same. Okay, so it's fine. You begun consider with 8, yeah. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. It's so cool. A 1,000 millennia might pass, and still the Aochi clan will never measure up to the Naruto clan. You're talking about the main series! You know that this prosecutor exists. This trial is in the Supreme Court of Japan. Will I believe go down in history as the start of a new chapter in the country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruto, presented an excellent case. Okay, sorry about this. Thank you, Your Excellency. Use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. There's only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. The Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. New future of law awaits that it will look like I can begin to imagine. Sorry about this. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asoge. Naruhodo is actually the name of things, right? But in not English but Japanese. Yes. In this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery, the illustrious British Empire, and all you can, observe everything of the wider world that you are able to do. And do not forget, to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave, all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Ryunosuke Naruto. Yes? In you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you can carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. How old are you, actually? 23? Oh, we can't see ourselves, so 23 maybe. It is time to deliver the final verdicts. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruto, not guilty. Yay! Gold is now adjourned. Good job! Good job, everyone. The 2nd November. How would you say that again? 14:03 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants at the Chamber 5. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally put it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Human University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Hello, Sato. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruto-san's innocence. Oh, trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know? Oh no, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. When I had that research report of Miss Pratt's, I don't know how things will have turned out. The kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was the idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Father? Yes, Professor Mikoto. Yeah. Yeah, Your Excellency. Kusado Mikotobe, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotobe, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. We did it! You did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. With only one life left. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, you folks exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. Was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yuma University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. I don't know why she did it. Professor Mikotobe, student overseas himself, he went to study forensics medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago. Besides, you would choose the Japanese names in Things Right, the main series. the original names. I find it weird. Probably Ace of Phoenix. No, it's not Ace. No, it's Ray Phoenix. Well, it's your turn, Sogi. I don't know. We'll see later. It's not your importance. It's Ray Phoenix. What a dumb name. Great Britain is a magnificent country, leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pots. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirits of the Asogi clan. Not taking this war to Great Britain, are you? Of course, I am. Japanese man's katana is his soul. His blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Well, too bad, but you can't. Except I definitely see how sharp it is already with my own eyes. God, his hairs, even while being so far away. Both boobs are so... Well, this is something like 1, 2, 3, 4 meters? It reminds me, what's happened to that woman? Regina Brett, I mean, after all, she's getting off murder. Yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Well, she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. Or Shanghai. Why? Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. Why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Sonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... What's all about the consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for crimes here in Japan. We can't try her? Then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? The British Consular Court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where voices can be heard. Why consular courts? I simply don't understand. Though consular courts were a thing of the past, now that we've signed the friendship treaty. In normal circumstances, you're right. And so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature, respective governments can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she is a student, but it doesn't justify governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. I agree. Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young students, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. Was never any danger of comeuppance for her? I don't believe it. British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. Obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. It's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. Huh? This new era heralded by this... What? But I have no doubt that the woman will receive the judgment she deserved. So it's still... No, it takes place actually in the 20th century. No, 21st century. 20th. No, okay, no. The 21st, 20th. Okay, I'm good. We're good. And we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. It's evening calls for a celebratory drink. Professor? You're right. It's no time for gloomy faces. We shall be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival? As the head waiter, I shall be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. The detective would know? Or not you? Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none. Hey, come with us. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruto-san's release. Thank you. Want to come? Too bad. The Giselle bread won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Yeah. Motive? Izuma. Ryunosuke. I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. What the lawyer there? You had the lawyer in there, weren't you? I'm trying to look actually. Only one. The event was all your own walk. Mobile. Un mobile. Un mobile. Motive matter. Okay, now I know. Motive, not the mobile. Okay, yes, a mobile is a phone. Your skills made the difference though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. Aha. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during this trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one, destined, to become a great lawyer, not me. Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Not me, all the tense verbal combats. I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do. That's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. You know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? Well, no. The ability to believe. Believe. Believe what exactly? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believe in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human just like you, and I have some superhuman ability to know the truth. You have to make the choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in, even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It makes a special kind of person. I believe in your clients. Just look at today's trial. I'm a certain lawyer with precious real experience. But you never stop believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations, time and again. You never stopped looking for the truth. In the end, you found it. Through your own efforts, and because of you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. There's something I want to ask you, actually. Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is? You're still here, are you? Inspector Sonaga. I've arranged some rig shows for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. You first scored victory. And you studied to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah yes, that too. Then my very first trial came to an end. What was that? Kazuma, Professor Mikotobe, and Susato-san walked in as my assistant. Inspector Osunaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still, it was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. Anyway, but more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favorite of me. Little did I realize just how much it will change my life. The end. Well. Finally! Thank you for watching. Probably already realized, but this is the end of this episode. If you liked it, well, I'll be glad. As always, have a good day, or a good night, or even a good evening, or whatever. And we'll see each other later. On another game, in some days, or maybe again here, playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. In any case, do you? That's a good story we have here. Yeah, why did she kill the doctor, the professor? Well, a professor is technically a doctor too. University. So, yeah. Well, doctor is actually about years in school, so technically a professor is at least needs at least to spend 8 years in school, so technically 8 years. More than 8 years, so it's technically a doctor already. Well, now I have thesis, so it's a bit different maybe. But even then, he should be a doctor too, I guess. After all, they worked in the hospital, so it was in science? No, they talked about medical fields, so I don't know. Well, anyway, we'll find out later. See you, bye, take care, ciao.